O is lost under the couch. I'm listening to the speech Simon Sinek gave some time ago, and I've heard him talking about that a few times, at least about deep, meaningful relationships that kids don't build now because of the social media and cell phones and all that stuff. My kids are still young, but getting there, and they don't build deep, meaningful relationships because, well, for once we moved, so my daughter had a relationship with a girl, and we moved. She liked her, even though that wasn't that big of a relationship, I guess, because of the health problems of the other girl. But we lived in one place for a few years, 3 years, and the kids had friends. My boy had 2 friends, brothers, who were homeschooled. So we basically met with them every day. They were catching butterflies, frogs, minnows, everything they could in the yard, and it was great. My girl met like maybe a year before we moved. New neighbors moved in, and there was a girl who my girl became friends with, and they were just seeing each other basically 4 or 5 times a week. But we moved, and then we moved again, and then kids had health problems, so we moved again and again. And now we are in this place that we are planning on staying for a bit longer. But we live now in an apartment, and the kids, there's a family living directly under our apartment. Their kids are in same age as my kids, and similar school situation. So, and they became very good friends, rather fast, and they are good people, and I would like them to stay friends for longer and build those big, deep, meaningful relationships. But they are moving. They are gonna be moving in a few months. And now what? It's like I grew up in one house, and we moved when I was 3, but ever since, I did build the deep, meaningful relationships, especially with one best friend who lived across our apartment, and the relationships that we've built in the middle school, and then high school, and wherever I went, even though I did move basically every 5 years or so, or less, basically until now, I still keep in touch, and I keep in touch with those people that I met along all the moving states and places. But my kids don't have that experience. They don't build the long-term relationships because of the different situations that we are in. And yeah, I struggle with that, just because I did not want to put them in a school system where the teacher changes every year, and where the kids rotate every year, or something like that, and things are changing every year. And I said that even before my kids were born, and now that's the situation. How do I not screw them up here? Like, well, I grew up in a, pretty stable household based on the times of moving. So there was one household. It wasn't stable, but it was one house, and I had those deep, meaningful relationships. And I still can't I'm divorcing now, so I don't know how people are living with the same person for their whole lives, half lives, 3/4 of their lives, and are still happy. And I don't. I wish I knew that. I wish I wanted to. Well, I'm still not. I'm 45, but I'm hoping I will be able to do that for the next. What do I have left? 57 years to 102. And so there's no rule, is there?